Hey there, science fans! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of microfluidics, where tiny drops of liquid can do amazing things. Imagine a world where information isn't just carried by electrons and wires, but by bubbles dancing through microscopic channels. This isn't science fiction. It's the cutting edge of computing research. This field is called bubble logic, and it's all about using bubbles in microfluidic systems to process information. Think of it like this. Instead of electrical signals zipping around on a circuit board, we have bubbles traveling through tiny, intricate pathways. These pathways are like miniature water parks designed to manipulate the bubbles and make them interact in specific ways. The possibilities are truly mind-boggling. We can use these bubbles to perform calculations, store data, and even build complex computational models. And the best part? This technology has the potential to be incredibly energy efficient, paving the way for a greener future for computing. So, buckle up and get ready to explore the exciting frontier of information processing with bubbles. Now, you might be wondering, how can simple bubbles be used to represent information? Well, the answer lies in the fundamental language of computers' binary code. Just like computers use zeros and ones to store and process data, we can use the presence or absence of a bubble to represent these binary digits. Think of it like a light switch. When the switch is on, it represents a 1, and when it's off, it represents a 0. Similarly, in bubble logic, the presence of a bubble in a specific location within the microfluidic channel can signify a 1, while the absence of a bubble indicates a 0. By controlling the movement and position of these bubbles, we can create patterns that represent different data values. It's like Morse code, but instead of dots and dashes, we have bubbles. This simple yet elegant system forms the foundation of information representation in bubble-based computing. Now that we know how to represent information with bubbles, let's see how we can actually process this information. Just like electronic computers rely on logic gates, like AND, OR, and NOT gates, to perform calculations, bubble logic utilizes similar principles to manipulate data represented by bubbles. Imagine two channels merging into one. This junction can act as an AND gate if a bubble is present in both incoming channels, representing two 1 inputs. Only then will a bubble emerge in the output channel, signifying a 1 output. If either input channel lacks a bubble, the output remains bubble-free, signifying a 0. Similarly, an OR gate can be created where a bubble in either input channel results in a bubble in the output channel. NOT gates, on the other hand, can be designed to invert the presence or absence of a bubble. By cleverly combining these basic gates, we can build more complex circuits capable of performing a wide range of logical operations, just like in traditional computers. Storing information is just as crucial as processing it. In electronic computers, we use memory cells to hold data. Bubble logic offers intriguing ways to store information as well. One approach involves using tiny chambers within the microfluidic channels. Think of these chambers like miniature holding tanks for our bubbles. A bubble trapped in a chamber could represent a 1, while an empty chamber could signify a 0. This method is akin to static memory, where data remains stored as long as the system is powered on. Dynamic memory, which requires constant refreshing, can also be implemented using circulating bubbles. Imagine a loop in the channel where bubbles continuously flow. The presence or absence of a bubble at a specific point in the loop at a given time can represent a bit of information. This constant movement ensures the data is retained, much like how refreshing a computer's RAM prevents data loss. Section 5. Shifting bubbles, storing memories, organizing information flow. As we explore more complex information processing, we need efficient ways to organize and manipulate data. This is where shift registers come in, acting like conveyor belts for our bubbles. Picture a series of interconnected chambers within the microfluidic channel. By applying pressure or manipulating the channel's geometry, we can make bubbles move from one chamber to the next in a synchronized manner. This allows us to shift the entire sequence of bubbles, much like shifting bits in a computer's memory. Furthermore, we can arrange these chambers in two-dimensional arrays, creating a matrix of bubbles. This opens up exciting possibilities for parallel processing, where multiple operations can be performed simultaneously on different bubbles within the array. This ability to manipulate and organize data efficiently is crucial for building more sophisticated computational models. Section 6. From simple circuits to complex machines. Bubble-based computation. Now let's dive into the really exciting stuff. While individual logic gates and memory elements are impressive, the true power of bubble logic lies in its potential to create complex computational models. We can build intricate circuits, similar to those found in electronic computers, using interconnected channels, logic gates, and memory elements. These circuits can perform specific tasks such as arithmetic operations, data sorting, or pattern recognition. But it doesn't stop there. Researchers envision creating bubble-based finite state machines, which are computational models capable of transitioning between different states based on inputs and outputs. Taking it a step further, even the theoretical possibility of constructing a bubble-based Turing machine, a universal computer capable of simulating any algorithm, has been proposed. Section 7. Why bubbles? Unveiling the advantages of this unusual approach. You might be wondering, why go through all this trouble with bubbles when we have well-established electronic computers? Well, bubble logic offers some unique advantages that make it an attractive alternative for certain applications. Firstly, bubble-based systems can be incredibly energy efficient. Moving bubbles around in a fluid requires significantly less energy compared to pushing electrons through wires. This reduced energy consumption is particularly appealing for portable devices and applications where power is limited. Secondly, the inherent parallelism of bubble logic allows for simultaneous processing of multiple data streams. Unlike traditional computers that execute instructions sequentially, bubble-based systems can perform operations concurrently on different bubbles, potentially leading to significant speedups for certain computational tasks. Section 8. The bubble bursts? Challenges and future horizons for bubble logic. While incredibly promising, bubble logic is still in its early stages of development. Several challenges need to be addressed before this technology becomes mainstream. One major hurdle is the relatively slow speed of bubble movement compared to the lightning-fast speeds of electrons in electronics. This limits the overall processing speed of current bubble-based systems. Another challenge lies in the fabrication of reliable and scalable microfluidic devices. Creating intricate channel networks with precise dimensions and integrating them with other components is a complex and evolving field. However, researchers are actively working on overcoming these limitations. New materials, fabrication techniques, and innovative designs are constantly being explored to enhance the speed, reliability, and scalability of bubble logic systems. Section 9. Bubbles in action. A world of applications awaits. The potential applications of bubble logic are vast and diverse, spanning various fields. One exciting area is lab-on-a-chip technology. Imagine miniature laboratories shrunk down to the size of a credit card, capable of performing complex chemical and biological analyses using tiny droplets and bubbles. This could revolutionize medical diagnostics, drug discovery, and environmental monitoring. Bubble logic also holds promise for unconventional computing paradigms, such as DNA computing and chemical computing. These approaches utilize molecules or chemical reactions to perform computations, and bubble logic can provide a platform for manipulating and controlling these processes at a microscopic level. Other potential applications include microfluidic sensors, microreactors for chemical synthesis, and even soft robotics, where bubbles could be used to actuate and control flexible robots. Section 10. A bubble revolution? The future of computing might be surprisingly fluid. As we've seen, information processing with bubbles is an exciting and rapidly evolving field, with the potential to revolutionize various aspects of our technological landscape. While still in its early stages, bubble logic offers compelling advantages such as low energy consumption, inherent parallelism, and compatibility with unconventional computing paradigms. As research progresses and technological hurdles are overcome, we can expect to see bubble-based systems playing an increasingly important role in fields ranging from medicine and biotechnology to environmental monitoring and advanced computing. So, the next time you see a bubble floating through the air, remember that it could represent much more than just a fleeting moment of wonder. It could be a tiny glimpse into the future of information processing. Section 11. Conclusion. dive into the world of bubble-based information processing. From representing bits to building complex computational models, we've journeyed through the fascinating world of bubble logic. This innovative approach to information processing utilizes the unique properties of bubbles in microfluidic systems to perform computations, store data, and potentially revolutionize various fields. While challenges remain in terms of speed and scalability, ongoing research and development promise a future where bubble-based systems could become an integral part of our technological landscape. So embrace the world of microfluidics and dive into the exciting possibilities of information processing with bubbles.